So now let's get into the live demonstration of using the Google AdWords Keyword Planner. You can go ahead and just do a simple Google search for those keywords and find that tool from Google. So once the tool loads, what we're going to do is do some keyword research related to the example company, Relevante Marketing. And we're going to start with a service that we provide, which is WordPress training. So I'm just going to brainstorm some keywords that people might use to seek out WordPress training courses. Capitalization doesn't matter here, so just hold tight. Okay, once we've got a few keywords in there, we can filter a few parameters. So if you're targeting a specific geographic area, you could go ahead and change the country. By default it's the United States, but you could pick a different country, if you're in a different language, or if you want, you can just see, what search trends are for different regions of a country. So in the United States, people might use different words for different things interchangeably. So you may want to look at, different states if your business is regional, or if your business is very local, you might want to do that as well. Myself, I tend to start broad with the country that the business is located in, and then get more specific if needed. For this example, I'm going to keep the United States, and then we'll localize search later once we get into the on-site SEO portion. So once we have our keywords selected, we can go ahead and just click on Get Ideas. Now what that's going to do is pull up search volume for each of those keywords that I provided, as well as related keywords. So here we are. On top, it's got the keywords that I put in. Next, it shows overall monthly searches for all of the keyword ideas that it generated. And since this is an advertising tool, what it does automatically is groups keywords into potential ad groups that you could use for pay-per-click advertising. We can somewhat ignore that for this purpose, since we're just looking at different types of search volume available for each keyword that it generated. Now one thing you can do is simply hover over the keyword groups and see the types of keywords that it lumped together. So for Learn WordPress, here you can see that it's got Learning WordPress, Learn WordPress Free, How to Learn WordPress, Learn WordPress Fast, etc. So that gives you a quick idea of what types of keywords are in that group. What you can do then is expand these ad groups, and you can sort by each column to see which one has the highest amount of search volume. Then you can go back and continue down the list to see which keywords you'd like to target. Now one thing that I like to do is find keywords that I want to target, and then simply add them to your ad plan. This allows you to then export the data to Excel, so you can refine it further and do more in-depth planning outside of the tool. For me, I tend to work better in Excel, I tend to work faster, so that's what I like to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just search through, grab some keywords with high amount of volume in each ad group. And what you want to do during this process is simply, weed out terms that aren't of use for you. The tool is going to generate a lot of different keywords, so what you want to do is find ones that fit your business and fit your website, and essentially ignore the ones that don't. So once we have that, we can go ahead and download these to Excel. Click Excel CSV and download. Now what that'll do is generate a file that we can then open and look at what are the keywords it generated, and we can sort and get rid of some of these columns that don't make sense, since we're not actually using this for advertising. Then once we have our columns set up and we've cleaned up this document a little bit, what we can do is start to think about, okay, which phrase do we want to target? And what are the secondary terms that people use that we should include in our website copy? So that will help us rank for longer tail keyword searches that are very specific, that are going to be less competitive. So what I like to do is simply sort the data. So go to data sort. And we're going to sort by large to small average monthly search volume in the United States. So here's our list, ranked from most search volume to least. And what we see is that a lot of the keywords that I entered in my keyword research are the highest volume ones. Part of that's because I've done this exercise before for my own site, but there are other ones that I might want to include within the body copy. So my suggestion with keyword research is to use keyword research tools like the Google AdWords Keyword Planner for each of the services or product groupings and products that your business provides. This will ensure that you're targeting the right keyword phrases on each page of your site that you're trying to rank. Now for pages on your site that you're not trying to rank, such as your contact page or maybe an FAQ page, you can just simply ignore that. Those pages are just content. They're not content that you're trying to get indexed. Since there's quite a bit of search volume for WordPress training, it lets me know that I should develop a particular page that's targeting that phrase specifically, rather than just having one page on my site that lists out all the training courses. I can develop targeted pages for each of those search phrases. We'll go through that in just a minute.